Greetings. Greetings and salutations, everyone. How are we doing today on this fine Saturday? Like, hello. Hello. I had to think about what day it was today. Shippers, hello. Thank you so much for the sub on a 15-month streak. Oh my god. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. How are you? My gosh. A whole, like a streak as long as I've been streaming. That's crazy. You get an honorary sip. You get a sip in your honor. But yes, today we have some results to go over. We have a winner to announce. And my goodness, I wish I was a little bit more prepared for this, but I'm not. So we're just kind of doing things on the fly. It's all good. It's how we like to do things around here. So yes, I do have a winner, and I do have plans for that. And so what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna go over what exactly my challenge was, and maybe have another look at some of the applicants. I don't know, applicants feels like a weird word. Sorry, applications are just like on my brain right now because I applied to something last night. For Cat Leonte's Creator Royale. So my brain is just like, my brain is aswim with the idea of applying for things and competing, and I don't know. My brain's all over the place. We can look at that a little later during the stream too. Because I made a whole video last night. I made, edited, and uploaded my first video in like 2 years, specifically for that. And so hey, that's exciting. That's fun, that's new. At like 3 AM, yeah, exactly. Well, because it was due at 3 AM. Okay, and so obviously you have to wait until the last minute to do it. So I scripted, filmed, edited, and uploaded a video in the course of like an hour. For an hour's worth of work, I think that video came out really well. I mean, yeah, literally, I have ADHD. That's how I do my best work. When I'm like down to the wire. Thank you. We need the sips. That's hype. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, listen, for an hour worth of work, I think that was pretty solid. That was pretty good. In fact, let me see. I want to see if there's like a good way for me to show that to you guys. I don't know, we could figure, I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But yeah, that's the ADHD brain taking over. Like, yeah, we can do this in like record time, as long as we know that it's due in the next half hour. And it was, and we did. And so hey, look at me. I mean, my saving grace was that it was only a 30-second video. And so really the hard part was just figuring out what I want to cut. Oh my god, like the challenge with a 30-second video is that like my 30 seconds feels so much shorter than everyone else's. Like I was watching other people's submissions, I'm like, I feel like they got so much more information out there than I did in their 30-second window. Yeah, it's an elevator pitch, basically. And so I'm like, I hope I represented myself well. I feel like there are a lot of things that I could have added in that I didn't. But I only had 30 seconds, and so I was like, oh, I'll get the important stuff in there. We mentioned world building, so that's the important part. And so we'll see. They're gonna be picking the top 100 tonight, I think, and they got like 500 plus people applying, so that's kind of crazy. In fact, I don't know, let me see if I can find the actual post where she said how many people actually applied. There's quite a few. So let's see, where's the number? 558. So I'm up against 558 people for a top 100 spot at the moment. So we'll see how that goes. My concern with things like this is like I don't know, I don't fall into the regular like gamer streamer niche, so I'm like, I feel like that might be my one weakness in this. But hey, maybe they want something different. Maybe they want something a little goofy. Oh, the gifted sub to Mochi. Oh, thank you. You picked a good one. A real one. That's my biggest fan right there. No ads for you. But yeah, we're a huge fan. Yeah, so we're doing a lot of crazy stuff out here. We're trying to we're trying to find more opportunities for ourselves just to kind of get out there and do more fun new stuff. And so even if I don't win, I kind of in uploading that video, I've made basically like a commitment that hey, I'm going to start uploading to YouTube again. And so whatever comes from that, we'll see. My friends know that I've been you're rocking your shirt. Oh my god, stop. You guys with the merch. We need Eddie in here with the hat with the little Strix beanie. Oh my god, you guys are so nice to me. You guys are literally so nice to me. I'm just a guy. I'm just a bird on the internet with my collection of little birds like that guy. That guy right there. I don't know who that is, but I like that bird. But all right. So we are here, of course, to talk about crafting creatures. Let's see, my screen lights up and blinds me. Ooh. Ooh. I need to figure out a way to get around that. It's the effect of blinding myself with my screen. But here we are, back here for the first time in ages. Honestly, it has been ages, hasn't it? Since we launched Crafting Creatures 2024. I'm hoping I can make it like a recurring thing. Just like during the month of March, we can craft some creatures who like to craft things. No, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this. I absolutely intended to make a creature of my own for this month. But time's not real. Time's not real, doesn't exist. And I certainly don't have it. Gotta craft some crafty creatures, yes. And like when I tell you guys that I loved reading all the things that you guys submitted, there's something so fun about making competitions and challenges and things where like people participate and like that like they made stuff because you were like, hey, this would be a cool idea. So here's our collection of submissions. Look at that. We can't even fit it on one screen. There's so many. Woohoo. And so yeah, I had a lot of entries to go through and a lot of like thoughts and considerations for each one. Oh my goodness, there were so many excellent creatures in here. And so all these different creatures and like the different interpretations of like what it means for them to be crafters and what it means for them to have like made things that other people are inspired by or build with and like all these different interpretations of the theme and like applications of this. And yeah, it made me so happy. And so you can imagine that picking one person out of this was a challenge. I feel like we all know at this point, just like the challenge of picking winners, like especially because the Worldbuilding Awards voting like just happened. So like we are very familiar with the pain of having to choose one favorite out of an entire list of excellent content. And one day you'll submit one. Hell yes. Yeah, we'll get you on World Anvil one of these days. Oh my gosh, and Oster, hello. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you so much. 15 months. Oh my gosh, all the OGs are coming out today. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. How are you? But yes, we are out here looking at our crafting creatures and the creatures that have been crafted. You have a creature in here. I know you do. I'm still like, I don't know, I still find it very fun the way that I've done the CSS out here. It looks a little goofy depending on the size of the article panel. But it's a lot of fun. Also, little pop-ups keep popping up. So proud of your jellies. I'm proud of your jellies too. They're really cool. Love your CSS so much. It's insane. Ooh. I'm really happy with how the Ayun Sovos CSS came out. Like I labored over this for days. Like I like it because it's like I don't know, it's soft and it's open, and that's how I want the adventures to be. I don't know if we're gonna be calling out people who are like in the chat right now. Oh god, hello, thank you. Sorry, my buttons just like weren't working for a second. That's crazy. Ooh. Yeah, calling out people who are in the chat right now with your excellent entries. Mochi is right here. False Island Jelly. Very cool. Look at this. Look at this beautiful article. Jellies! Savage Sting. I don't know. I spent a lot of time fawning over this article. And we can't be sharing stuff without sharing links, so here you go, everybody. Go give it another read if you haven't already. Though I know you guys are cool, so you already did. The Oster is also here. The Mylinok. Just powerful, powerful panther bears. Oster also has like the CSS that I think is absolutely delicious. And, like the colors and the texture. It's really good. If anyone else is just like lurking in the chat and you know that you submitted here, you let me know. I'll toss you on the screen too. And these dragons. Ooh. I liked all the individual boxes and containers for the different life stages in here. It's really cool. And it's just I love seeing all of the articles that have just come through in this challenge. And like if we do continue to run this every year, I can't wait to see what happens next year. And especially like if people know that I'm running this next year, I'm sure people have some like plans. Confused to have some of my CSS breaks on your browser? What's broken? I'm curious to know now. Oh, and there you go, there's the link. Jellies are one of my higher quality species articles. Ooh. Mostly the lines. Oh, like these guys right here. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it could be my browser, it could be my screen, I don't know. It could be any number of things. What are they supposed to look like? Like, what is the, issue? No, some don't show up, some look funny, but oh well. Understandable, understandable. Yeah, I don't know. CSS is, like, wild. It's the wild, wild west out here. But here we are, with this collection of excellent, excellent articles, entries. But only one rose to the top. In a mix of creativity and whimsy and like suiting like the theme of the challenge. I'm like, like there are so many things to consider. And I wish I could just round up all of you and be like, you're all winners. All of you win. But no, one had to be chosen. And if we can get a drum roll, I already have it open. So you're not going to see me hovering over anything. No spoilers. But ooh, had to lurk. Thanks for the lovely comments. Of course. Absolutely. Drum, 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 drum. So this article, which captured my heart, and I don't, I wasn't really able to hide it either. Probably when I was doing the article readings after the challenge closed. But I really love this article. I really loved the idea, the concept, the application to like the theme of my challenge, and just it filled me with joy. It sparked joy tremendously, and so I present to you Our craftiest of the creatures, 2024. The leaf weaver bat. Look at this little thing. Look at this little guy. I loved them. I loved them so much. I loved reading about them. I love the art. they're just, they're excellent. And they're just so many excellent. Oh, sorry, that was my YouTube video that I was watching. I clicked on the wrong spot. I meant to go grab this link for you, so you guys can go see this article. But yes, these wonderful, wonderful bats. They work together and they create large blankets of leaves. They're woven together in sturdy patterns. They're secured to, and they just like they live in here and they're protected from the weather and they work with their environment to craft things to make their lives better. And that's just I love it. And so yes, we have this little guy. He's just hanging out, and the little note at the end saying that the sight of a colony of leafweaver bats is thought to bring good luck on any journey you are undertaking, and they are largely beloved by those who live within their territory. Like it's wholesome. It makes me feel good. It makes me happy. And so everyone say wonderful, wonderful words to Felix when you get the chance. I don't know if Felix is around. I think. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But absolutely, go give Felix some love. And so with that said, I have a story to plot and some art that I want to make. And so we're gonna spend about the next hour or two just hanging out, chilling, having a good time. We're gonna do some cozy sketching and doodling. Hee hee. And so our theme is going to be this creature right here. This crafty little guy. So I have this image like kind of in my head already of what I want to depict. I just need to figure out exactly how I want to stage it. I think that's the right word. Staging. I don't know art terms. I'm just an artist. I don't know how art works. Let's see. I'll go prepare my screens. Make sure everything is all ready. I'll be announcing this in the Discord pretty soon. I don't know if I'm gonna do it during the stream or after. Probably do it after. And I'll post it with like whatever sketch we end up with by the end of the stream. And so heck yeah. Let's see, let me get this screen on. Make sure it's actually the right one. Here we are. The ever intimidating blank art screen. The blank canvas of death, if you will. We don't like the blank canvas of death. It's scary and it makes me feel bad. So we have to fill it with stuff to make it not empty. So it's no longer a bleak environment of nothingness. Let's see. Making sure that I have my actual brush turned on. Yay, okay. I'm so suspicious of my computer every single day now, because every time I turn on my computer, I have to make sure that when I grab this little pen and touch it to this screen, it's actually controlling what is on. I'm trying to draw like while looking at my stream screen. That's not, or to write rather. Well, I don't know. Can I do it? There we go. This screen. That was hard to do. I don't know how people work with tablets that don't have screens, because that on its own was already a challenge. But all right. So as many of us know, I am currently in the middle of writing the next chapter, I shall say, of the Path to Adventure, and that is the little story for Ayun Sovos following Ebby as she begins her adventure through the world, on the road to becoming a proper adventurer. And so it is going to be within this second chapter that our Leafweaver Bat inspired NPC is going to appear, and Ebby's going to meet them, and it's going to be a fun little interaction. And so, my goal here for this blank canvas right now is to make a sweet little scene in which Ebby actually encounters this bat. But it's going to be kind of like a little unlikely encounter because it's very unexpected. And when you actually go and read the story, it'll make a lot more sense how that is. But we're going to try to capture the moment where these two kind of acknowledge each other's presence, or not. At least where Ebby acknowledges this presence, and our little bat is just going to be kind of chilling, doing their own thing. Just kind of, I'm thinking like we're just gonna block it out a little bit. Literal blocks. So, NPC. And like little scene. Ebby. So we just need to find a way to like pull this together. And so we're gonna be kind of in the woods here in this scene. And our idea here, so we're gonna kind of have like a little hammock situation. And it's going to be a hammock that was made by one of these bats. By our lovely leaf weavers. So we're gonna think it up. Get these. Just look at her little face. Honestly, I could just leave it like that. I could just leave it like that and it's perfect. Ovo, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's it. That's why that's the world URL. I wanted to keep it super simple. Yeah, for those not in the know, this is quite literally the URL for Ayun Sovos. I don't know. I feel very clever for it. Okay. Let's see. I had like a reference or two pulled up that I wanted to look at. Let's see. I'm petitioning Google for a very specific reference. And I'm not finding it. Let's see. Where are we? That's close. The search for references is like a nightmare. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll do it. All right. I think I found one that's usable. At least vaguely usable. Let me get this onto a screen that makes more sense. I feel like actually looking at this all the way over here on that screen is not going to be good for me. But if I put it over here instead, that could work. So now it kind of makes sense at least. And so more of this. Let me see how. Why is the FBI spying on an NPC? It's just normal stuff. It just happens. It's just how it goes. You know, we can get rid of this. That served its purpose. But yeah, the owl FBI is spying on this NPC. So let me see. The leaf nosed bat. That looks like that looks like the inspiration here for this artwork. And they're so cute. But yeah, the FBI is spying on this NPC to make sure they're not up to no good. And that's just quite normal. It's quite natural even. Understandable, yes, indeed. Indeed. Let's see, greater spear-nosed bat. That one's pretty similar. I'm trying to find like a real-life-ish like reference for this creature. Cause I know we're doing this based off of like a fantasy creature that someone else made. But the creatures of Ion Sovos are going to be kind of like real-life animal-based for the most part. At least where the people are concerned. Oh, let's just search for this. See what we can find. Oh. Looking at the pictures of these things, and bats can either look like extremely cute, or they look like absolute creatures. And when I say creature, like, you guys know what I mean. Like those are little things out there. But I love them, so that's okay. In fact, that's the main thing that matters here, that I love them so much. I'm like shaking my pen at you guys, but it's just to drive my point home. Oh my god. And some bats look like they have comically small faces. Like, oh my goodness. Alright, okay. I can't go through this journey alone. So let's, oh my god, that's not gonna work. Let me get this screen the right size. Alright. So you guys, look at this thing. And tell me how that's real. It's got all this cranium, okay, and this much face. Yeah, that there's a creature. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh my goodness. It's just like how different they are. How different they can be. Oh, look at this Oh, that there is a creature. I don't wish to look at this thing, too bad. This is the content that you signed up for. Oh, but like this is the picture I saw first. Like look at like all this cranium. This much face. They're so goofy. Their ears are bigger than their whole them. Like that's Megamind look. Oh. Oh no. Yeah, bats are pretty cool. Yeah, cause see, then you also have like these things. That thing looks at you like heh 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 heh. And this thing looks at you like hee hee hee. Like it's very different. It's very different. Eh. I love them. Nose leaves. These bats echolocate through their nose. I they are so look at these little guys, they're hugging. That image is so small. Guy with the huge ears looks like he can hear your dreams. He can. Look at these crusty little dudes. Like I just appreciate how crusty bats can look. And like these things that look like they came out of like a vampire movie. Like that's a man. That's a man in a bat costume. There's a whole man right there. Oh, but I like this illustration. That one's really good. Bat has muscles, yeah. Better than a bat in a man costume? Oh. That poses an interesting debate. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's out there. But yeah, so this is the journey that I'm on. Looking at leaf nose bats. So yeah. See, look at this little guy. He just got his tongue out. Blim. At least I think so. It's entirely possible. Such a cutie, yeah, it's so cute. Um, but yeah, so that's just the adventure that I'm on. Looking at references for different types of bats. But I think we will just wing it. Ha. We'll wing it for now. We'll just we'll use the image. We'll use the image in the article as reference as well. And we'll also pull a little bit more reference, like for extra detail from real life. And I also need to decide what exactly I want the like the bat people of my world to be called. Like I've been slowly acquiring names for my Ayun Sovos races. So, you know, we have the Strigi and the Anseni. And you know, Strigi being my owl people and the Anseni being my duckies and waterfowl people. Soon we will unveil even more. But it's just like piece by piece. It's like what I was talking about yesterday, where so much of my world building for Ion Sobos is like story based. And so we're unlocking little bits and pieces of it with each story that's going to be coming out. Oh, it's fun. It gives me like a very contained environment in which I can make more things and new things happen. Yeah, so everything's on one layer and that's fine. Because we're just sketching. Okay, let's see. How do I want? Just trying to decide how exactly. You know, shapes. Shapes, how do they work? I don't know. There's just so much going on. I'm worried I'm gonna be making this look like a completely different animal. Just until I figure out exactly how I want to draw all of this. I don't know how big I want the ears to be. Cause they're pretty small. Pretty small in this reference at least. When in doubt, ears bigger. You are so right. Oh, but they have like this little, they have like a little mane kind of thing going on. I don't know, we'll slowly start getting a couple details out here. My sketching is like not doing this creature justice at the moment, but that's okay. Go with 3 times its body size. That'd be perfect. Ooh, true. Very true, very real. So we're still in that like weird stage of like, okay, so we want these to be like people-like. So how do we manage like, you know, the fact that they have wings? We'll figure it out. Oh my god. I'm still not fully sold on how I've set up this entire composition. But once we get there, we're still in the like trust the process phase. And that's what we need to remember. Hmm. I also need to fit in this thing that he's working on. Or she, I haven't decided. There are a lot of decisions to make. Oh god. I'm clicking on all the wrong things. There we go. So let's see. I can get this little get a little bit more tilt. Because we're making stuff out of grass, so I know it's going to be very rigid. So we need to figure out how we want that to lay. I'm thinking like, oh, we can kind of frame it like the way someone looks when they're like knitting a sweater, or not a sweater, but like a blanket. That's kind of the idea that I was going for. All right, so that's going to be like loose grass thread. No, it's a whole process. And so the idea here that our little baddie NPC here is going to be sitting here crafting up this little thing. Yeah, it's oh my god. Okay, yeah. It's looking better like bit by bit. I just had to get my bearings, that's all. What do bat leggies usually look like? I know they're usually like connected. Like to like the wing webbing and everything else. How do I want the little leggy sticking out? Yeah, we'll have like the one leggy sticking out. Little bat feety. So I don't know exactly what our style goal is here, but oh whoops. That's not the eraser that I want to be using. Oh my god. Massive. So I'll just get rid of some of these extra lines. Give you a little eyebrow. Adorable. Yeah, so it's slowly coming together. And so we have this little guy. And we have our little Strigi. Oh. Yes, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Alright, so what we're gonna do is the smart thing. We're gonna go save this somewhere before I forget. Da, da, da. Because I'm a good, responsible artist who knows how to save regularly and responsibly. And so, another main objective of mine is actually defining what flavor of owl Ebby is actually supposed to be. Because I don't actually know. I'm seeing her as a little, maybe as like a pygmy owl, like a little creature. Like small, round, a little bit confused. Hmm. Or, I don't know, maybe a burrowing owl, actually. Like they're so, oh wait, hold on, no. A saw-whet owl. So small. So small, big eyes, very round. They always look very startled. um, I think that'll be our pick. I gave myself a little scare because I put my pen down, and then in that immediate second after, I forgot where it was. So I'll just reset this. Da, 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 da. It's like I wasn't entirely off base. Like their eyes are just that big and that round. If the movements I make with my pen are too small, they just don't register as being being there. Her little eyebrows. Oh my god, she's adorable. Give her one of these. Gotta have our punctuation. she's she's a little confused. She's like, how did I get in this hammock? I don't even remember being in here. Like what is actually going on? How did I get here? What's going on? I'm a little bit confused.
Refresh yourselves.
Oh, sippy times. Oh, many thanks. Keep me hydrated. I like the idea of Abby just being like this super frazzled character at all times. Just never really knowing what's going on. Um, because she is just like a brand new adventurer. Like she hasn't even begun being a proper adventurer yet, and now she's just encountering new people and new things and seeing how the world works outside of her little home village. That's why I like to think in this moment that is being depicted right now. She's just oh, she's waking up, she's seeing like, hey, wait, I'm in an unfamiliar structure. Like suddenly I'm in this woven leaf hammock. There she is. We'll just get this particular tree out of here. Leaf Weaver said, sleeping on the ground? I think not. Exactly. Didn't wait for a response. Didn't even wake her up. It's like, just taking a nap on the floor? We can't have that. Nuh-uh. There's like buggies on the floor. You don't want those in your feathers. And so I'm sure we can find more things to kind of fill in this space. More details and things to add. So this box doesn't quite need to be here anymore. Finding little bits and pieces of like foreground elements to fill in the space, make it fun, make it more cohesive. Like I'm wondering if I want to just make this entire section just a little bit larger. That is an option. This one being a little bit more like this. Oh. Hmm. I don't know. Kind of want the things to be a little bit like small, on the smaller side. But once again, just seeking out different references. I'm trying to see what kind of trying to see how real life like leaf and grass weavers use and do their processes. So it's like a little bit more like an informed kind of thing. I want to make more informed decisions. Oh, have I been shrimped? Oh, crunchy. Oh, yeah, it's the sound of my entire spine falling apart, falling to pieces, and just kind of crumbling into the earth. Oh, thank you. My lord. My body is not good. Okay. Building out some background. Can't have a little forest scene without having at least a couple mushrooms. I think that's actually illegal. Like, I think if you do that, they actually come and like try to arrest you. Like little backpack. I feel like this is gonna be such a cute little image. And this music is definitely a lot more precarious than this than this situation calls for. But the music is to represent what goes on in my brain while I'm drawing, and not what I'm actually drawing. I have like a little basket of grass at his side. Little bits and baubles. Yeah, so we'll just let that kind of stretch out the way that it is. Hmm. Maybe. Oh god. I hit buttons when I wasn't done selecting it. Maybe if we do make this a little bit smaller, then we can have. Oops. Yeah, this doesn't really make sense for this tree to be where that hammock is tied. Just angle wise. Hmm. Composition is my enemy, by the way. I'm sure you can tell. But it's shaping up. Like the longer I work on this, the better I start to feel. That's what I was saying earlier. We're in the trust the process stage where we're just getting started, figuring out how things work. And you know what? Maybe make the path a little bit. So we'll do some of this. Um, I'm trying to I'm trying to like brain through something. I'm trying to think of like how I want this background to work. Because I don't want this to be like a pure like forest backdrop. I want there to be like a clear reminder like, hey, we're like in farmland. We're just like maybe like kind of off the path a little. Like the woods are nearby, but we're still kind of, you know, out in the country, out in the countryside. Hmm. So I'm like violently fighting off the urge to just start sneezing violently. 'Cause it is indeed real sneezy hours. I don't know. Again, trust the process. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere slowly. Eventually I am going to actually like put lines to this in like proper color. And so it's only at that point where the details are going to start to matter. For now, I can still kind of like fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-doo. I don't fully know what to do. But that is going to have to come to an end at some point. Beautiful. So if we can just get a little bit more kind of detail on the front. But not too much, perhaps. Yeah. Pretty cute, all right. So it's just vague tree texture. But overall, not bad. Yeah, that looks good. I'm a fan of that. And so if we just build up these little the trees bit by bit. And yeah, from here I think all it is we just need to refine. Get those lines a little bit more defined. Figure out what we want to do. And sorry, I'm like looking around for my tissue box. But I believe I've misplaced it. And so, if only Mochi were here to see, but I am leaving you with chair for just a moment. Please enjoy. You know, if Mochi is here, this is for you. It's okay, I'm back. I'm back. I hope chair wasn't too much trouble. Getting a little rowdy. Do I spy an owl design? You do. This is actually this is a scarf. It's actually, oh, it is a scarf that stretches out into like an entire snowy owl. It's so cool. It's floofy. Trying to find like a good way to display it, but it's just for the time being, it just kind of lives on my chair, covering my little neck pillow. Wait, can you see the other side? Yeah, sure. Let me just it's just kind of the reverse. It looks like it's the owl face just all black and white. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's just reverse color. It looks sick. Yeah, it was a Christmas present like last year? Last year, the year before, I don't remember. But yeah, I love it. I don't really get to wear it very much, but it does live in my home. So we're gonna put in some more details in here. I'm gonna try not to have today's stream run too long. Because I am a little tired, a little cranky, and I kind of want a nap, and I also want to cook dinner soon. So we'll see how much longer I last out here. So I'm just giving some like hard outlines to things to kind of define them against the sketches in the background and all that. Uh, yeah, so once we get in there and actually start putting proper detail in, I think it'll start shaping up a little bit more. All right. Just like the more I can start defining things, the better it's gonna feel. I realize I'm working like way over here off to the side. Um, so this background doesn't actually make a whole lot of sense given what I've established. But it was a good start. So we can keep a little like bush there. So we'll get more of that happening. The clouds in the sky. Maybe not as uniform as they are. Again, we'll fix that in post. That's gonna be like our distant background. Oh, am I being bonked right now? Oh my goodness. Listen, I know I have artist posture, but oh, I'm just out here doing my best. Oh, I'll get to lay down again soon enough. Soon, TM. Who has arrived? Get Poi. Hello. Greetings, greetings. How do you do this fine day? Oh, and the bonks and the sips. I took the sip first. But welcome.
Refresh yourselves.
Hello, good, lazy. Oh, very good, very good. It's one of those days, isn't it? But today we are working on some art. And hopefully this will be the art that adorns my next article in Ayun Sovos once I actually finish working on it. I don't know, we could keep it as a sketch, at least for the time being. But I like the idea of all of our prose articles being fully, or not like fully illustrated, but like have the same style of illustration, and I already have one in the first one. Did you announce the winner yet? I did. I did indeed. And the winner is featured in this art right here. Let me see if I still have the article pulled up. Let me grab it. It's the bats. It's the bats. Let me just out. Yeah. So these guys, these are the winner. And for those who weren't around earlier to catch it, here's the link, little linky link. And so the leaf weaver bat. The bats, cute fuzzy flying. They're cute, they're fuzzy, they fly. They weave leaves into structures and make their lives better. And they're just, I don't know. I got so much joy out of reading this article the first time, and I continue to experience that joy reading this article now. And so, here we are. And now now there can be a little Weaver character inspired by this article in our story. Listen, there were birds. There were birds in the lineup, and I didn't pick them. So hey, look at me. And so now we have our little NPC bat just casually sitting there weaving. And little Ebby's like very confused. How did I get in here? How did I get into this hammock? Where did this hammock come from? Who's that guy? And hopefully, in due time, we will be able to what's the word? We'll be able to further refine this and make a proper piece of art out of it. There we are out in the farmlands in the background, sitting on the very edge of this little forest. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun to illustrate. Very cool, very cool. And so yeah, the sketching process has been really fun so far. I feel like I stumbled a little bit on trying to actually pull it up to make it correct and good. I think it's working out quite well. So let's see, there's something else I wanted to do. Like where am I? What am I doing? Hopefully not breaking my desk. I just like elbowed it and felt things shake. I'm like, that's no good. So let me see. I have Just gonna see if I can add a thing. Media file. So I'm just like adding some stuff real quick. I'm gonna see if I can actually show you guys the video I was talking about earlier. In like a not inconvenient way. Because like with the way that my audio is mapped out, it can get a little bit weird. Okay. Let me see, where did that go? Okay, so okay. I think I've figured it out, maybe. Kato, hello! Hi, greetings. Let's see. How do I want to do this? No, we're just gonna have it full screen. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the video that I made last night. Who won? It was Felix. Felix won with Leafweaver bats. That was my choice. Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna snooze that for a second. Sorry, I made a video last night. And I'm gonna show it to you guys, like, right now. And hopefully it's not gonna be too loud. I'm still figuring out how the media stuff works. But check this out. My 30-second introduction for Catliente's Creator Royale. We'll see if it works the way I think it's gonna work. Let's jump in. Hold on, let me pause my music then. Ooh. Okay. Is it gonna work if I just do this? Greetings! I'm Strixline. I'm a creative streamer and world builder over on Twitch. I'm big on cozy co-working and playing games with rich storylines. I'm a non-binary, neurospicy baddie who might actually just be several owls in a trench coat. Building a community where it's safe and encouraged to be creative and just a little bit weird. I celebrated my first year of streaming in February and I can't wait to see where this journey takes me. Thank you so much for this opportunity and I will see all of you in the Creator Royale. So I just kind of made that last night. That is just a thing that I did. So look at me. We'll see if that goes anywhere. We'll see if it does anything for me. It was really fun. It was really fun to set up. Really fun to cool and to do. And it reminded me that I really enjoy editing videos. Because like start to finish, I think that took me like half an hour to an hour. And thank you for the celebratory sip. And what's the Royale? So there is a content creator I follow named Catliente who does I think last year was the first one, so this is round 2. She runs a Creator Royale, basically. That is a competition where a bunch of content creators submit like themselves to a competition where basically you see like who can grow the fastest over the course of a month. Um, and so like it's a big community thing where like everyone submits themselves, like you share with each other, and then you try to like grow. And so last year I kind of like watched from the sidelines how people, I don't know, like I didn't follow it too closely, but it seemed like a really fun thing to do. And so this year I'm like, fuck it, what's the worst that can happen, right? um, and so let me just get some music back on. But I just kind of decided, oh yeah, I'll throw my hat into the ring. I'll see how this goes. Um, and in doing so, I kind of like mentioned this already, but in doing so, me uploading that video, I put it on YouTube. So like that's a thing that exists. Um, by putting it on YouTube, that's me saying like, hey, I'm gonna get back into doing YouTube videos, like making YouTube videos, long form content. And so that's my like big goal for the rest of this year is I want to try to actually, create content like, you know, capital letters, super official, like creating content. And so we'll see how that goes. Because, with the whole like TikTok debacle, like, is it being banned? Is it not? Who knows? I have no idea. Um, but it seems like things are kind of trending towards the direction of people want long form content, Like people want to see like longer stuff. And like I also like I love me a good long video. And so, what if I just start making them myself? What if I just actually start making YouTube videos? So yeah, I don't know. That's my next big adventure, I think. But they are, I think, like Kat and her like Creator Royale crew are going to be watching our submissions live tonight and like reviewing them, and it's kind of, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And so that's going to be happening in multiple hours from now. So all my European friends are probably not going to be awake to see it, but I'll be there. I'll be there watching. We'll see what happens. Do you know what kind of videos that you want to make? I definitely want to make videos on art and world building for sure. I already have a video planned on like styles of world building, specifically ones that live inside my brain. And so I've kind of been very sneakily asking people like, "Hey, do you guys have examples of like these certain types of like articles on World Anvil?" Um, and so that's, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what we want to do and what we want to make. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a feral world builder. I want to share with people how I world build, how I create, and like my perspectives on it. And because I'm also like a World Anvil fanatic, I want people to use it and enjoy using it. And I know a lot of people are kind of turned off from it because there's so much to it. Like there's a lot. It's complicated. Like you open World Anvil for the first time and you're like, what the fuck am I looking at? Cuz like I was there when I joined. That's how I felt. And like I see it all the time. So if I can make some resources, some videos that be like, "Hey, this is how I use this platform and I love it. So here's some tips, here's some advice, and maybe you can also love it too." So I don't know, there are a lot of complicated things on the internet. Like a lot of complicated things on the internet that people just kind of give up on because they don't get it. And I have ADHD brain. I have ADHD brain. Usually if I can't pick something up instantly, I abandon it like that. um and like that's kind of the reason why it took me a couple years to really like get into a groove with using World Anvil. Like it took me a while to actually like get in there and start being an active user. But if I can expedite that process for people with some educational content, I'll do that. Hell yeah. Yeah, instructional videos and guides would be great. Yeah, I know that World Anvil, like the platform, is working on like how-to guides and instructional videos themselves. And so that'll be really great. But my objective would not be necessarily to just be like, hey, here's how to use it. It's here's how I use it. Here are my like personal opinions and tips and like all of that. Like that personal touch. Like here's a real person. Hello, me. Actually using this. Here's how they do it. And hopefully together we can help you find your own personalized ways to also use it. And that's my content creation outlook basically on that front. But I would also love to just I don't know. I'd love to make more art content the way that I used to. Like I used to make YouTube videos, like I think my last upload was 2 years ago. And I do like speed paints and talk about just a whole bunch of topics. Like I actually started talking about my world building back when I was doing those videos. Like I started like introducing it, like, talking about my world, like things like that. And so I want to make videos about my art, my world building, about like specifically about my worlds. I don't know, maybe I could branch out into actually making content for my worlds on YouTube. Like what if I go into animation? That'd be pretty crazy. I know there's a lot of stuff that I would like to try. And so getting myself back onto this platform, getting used to like video editing and all that, that'd be pretty cool. And like if I'm doing a lot of video editing, I could also start like editing VODs and making them like more interesting to watch basically. Um but yeah, I don't know. There's a lot we can do. It's the same way I was saying like the platforms are complicated. Same thing. Platforms are complicated, but I am doing my best trying new things. But yeah, I did say I wanted to make today's stream a little bit shorter than usual. And so we are. Um for once in my life, we are actually going to be ending a stream about within the 2-hour window that I usually allot for myself. And so that's really cool. And so we're spending like these last couple minutes just kind of like talking, chatting, future plans and all. Oh, you're also launching your YouTube content this year. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's really exciting. I like to hear about you guys like actually doing your own thing too. There's so much talent out here in this community. I want to see more of it blossom. Like that's my goal. That's my dream. It's been years in the making. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Gotta work on that. Just like get that meat in there. Let's see, who's live right now? Who's live right now? Who can we hang out with? Who can we do stuff with? Da, 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 da. Ooh, wait, hold on. What is going on out here? Oh, Queen is live right now. Doing some crazy looking art. Actually doing like exactly the kind of art that I used to make when I was when I was younger. We were talking about this like just the other day, I think in the World Anvil chat. Like I used to be huge on pointillism, stippling, and traditional art, and Queen is actually doing a traditional art stream right now. And that's pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna have us raid out to Queen. Queen is a member of our stream team Creature Feature. So go give her some love. She's really, really fucking cool. And so let's get this raid started. I'm also glad you caught a bit of the stream. I'm so glad that so many of you were able to make it out today. Once again, congratulations to our winner, Felix, for our Crafting Creatures 2024. I can't wait to see what you guys do next year, because I would like to keep that competition going. End on time. See ya, yeah. And so we're gonna start this raid. Of course, as always, remember
Refresh
our raid
yourselves.
shout, bird raid, and our celebratory ending sip. Ha. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We're doing a lot of new things. We're doing a lot of like exploratory things. And I'm glad to have you guys here along for that journey. So, as always, I implore all of you to grab your sippies, go world build, go do the things that make you happy. I will see you guys next Friday. I don't know what we're doing yet, but we'll be doing something. And it's going to be a good time. So goodbye. I shall see you later. And I will be posting about more stuff on the Discord probably tonight. Probably be posting about the winner, posting my little sketch. I don't know, just doing a whole bunch of stuff. So I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.